Hey guys, what is up? MTG is back here with a video. In today's video, we are doing a deck tech on white, red, burn. It's amazing. It's relatively cheap for modern, because modern decks are normally like $700 to $1,500, so $590 is relatively cheap. I still can't afford it, but you get the point. So let's hop into this. We have 14 creatures, 27 spells, 19 lands, and a sideboard of 15 cards as normal. So let's hop into this. We have 4 Goblin Guide, 1 red, 2/2 haste. When it attacks, defending player reveals the top card of his or her library. If it's a land card, that player puts it into his or her hand. Pretty good card because it is a 1-drop 2/2 haste. It's a great card overall. Grim Lava Mancer, 1 red, 1/1, 1 red, and tap it to exile 2 cards from your graveyard. Grim Lava Mancer deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Pretty sweet stuff. It does do that tapping ability, which is very helpful, and it's also just a 1/1 for 1, so which isn't great, but with the extra ability there, it is pretty good in this deck. 4 Monastery Swift Spear, 1 red, 1/2 haste prowess. So pretty basic in terms of abilities, but it is a strong card overall because of the amount of instant sorceries we have in this deck. And finally, for Eidolon of the Great Revel, double red, 2/2 enchantment creature spirit. Whenever a player casts a spell with converted mana cost 3 or less, it deals 2 damage to that player, which is 3 or less is like the majority of cards in modern, so that is a very good card. Spells 27. We have 4 Lava Spikes, 1 red. It deals 3 damage to target player, and that is a sorcery, so pretty good card, kind of like Lightning Bolt, which is our next card. 4 Lightning Bolts, 1 red, deals 3 damage to a target creature or player, and that is an instant. For Boros Charm, red and a white instant. Choose 1, it deals 4 damage to target player. Permanents you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. Pretty sweet stuff. For Lightning Helix, white and a red instant, it deals 3 damage to any target and you gain 3 life. So a little bit more expensive than Lightning Bolt, but you also gain life with it. 3 Searing Blaze, 2 red instant, deals 1 damage to target player and 1 damage to target creature that player controls. Landfall, if you had to land enter the battlefield this turn, deals 3 damage to target player and 3 damage to target creature instead. So pretty good stuff. 4 Rift Bolt, 2 and a red sorcery, it deals 3 damage to target creature or player, and you can suspend it for 1, which is great because you're basically costing it for Lightning Bolt cost, and it does the same thing as a Lightning Bolt. You just have to wait 1 turn to be able to play it, which is still an amazing card. And finally, 4 Skewer the Critics, 2 and a red sorcery spectacle for 1 red. Skewer the Critics deals 3 damage to any target, so once again an amazing card because you're going to be doing damage to your opponent every turn of the game, so you're pretty much casting this for Lightning Bolt cost every time. Onto our lands, we have 19 lands because we don't need that many because our most expensive costing spell is 3. 4 Arid Mesa, pay 1 life, sacrifice Arid Mesa, search your library for a mountain or plains, and put it on the battlefield, then shuffle your library, so just a fetch land. 4 Inspiring Vantage, enters the battlefield tapped, unless you control 2 or fewer other lands, tap it for a red or a white. 3 Mountains, 2 Sacred Foundries, as Sacred Foundry enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 life, if you don't, it enters the battlefield tapped. 2 Sunbaked Canyon, tap to pay 1 life and add a red or a white. And for 1 colorless and sacrifice it, you draw a card. Pretty good, just kind of like to cycle through your deck if you need more card draw or if you need more card advantage. 4 Wooded Foothills, pay 1 life, sacrifice Wooded Foothills, search your library for a mountain or forest card, put it into the battlefield, and then shuffle your library. So the same thing as Arid Mesa, just a red and green. Now, you might be wondering why we have this if you're not a huge modern player. Although it has red in it, we're still able to fetch our Sacred Foundries, which is key, and we can still fetch for our mountains if we need them. Sideboard We have 15 cards, 3 Path to Exiles for 1 white. Exile target creature. Its controller may search their library for a basic land card, put that card onto the battlefield tab, then shuffle their library. So pretty common card to see in white when you're playing Modern. 3 Deflecting Palm, red and a white instant. The next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. If damage is prevented this way, Deflecting Palm deals that much damage to that source's controller. Crazy card, because like if you're playing against a green deck and they're, I don't know, running some sort of huge creature, you can prevent it and then make them take the damage themselves. 4 Rest in Peace, another really common card in white for Modern. 1 and a white enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, exile all cards from all graveyards. If a card or token would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. 3 Skullcrack, 1 in a red instant. Players can't gain life this turn. Damage can't be prevented this turn, and it deals 3 damage to target player. And finally, 2 Smash to Smithereens, 1 in a red instant. Destroy target artifact, smash to Smithereens, deals 3 damage to that artifact's controller, so this would be used against Tron, and it's a good card at that. And that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like, and let me know what you guys would change about this deck if you were going to use it or build it. Is there anything you'd throw in or take out and alter anything in this? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to see what you guys have to say. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like I said, like the video and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you want to help support the channel even more, you can check out the links below to my Patreon and my merch. And you can also check out Inked Gaming. They sell amazing playmats and sleeves and stuff like that for pretty cheap. And not only that, if you use code MTGNerds10, that is all capitals, MTGNerds10, at checkout, you get 10% off your purchase. So an amazing way to support the channel and get a little deal for yourself as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.